Hello and welcome to Rule the Roost's Big Fat Tottenham Quiz of 2023. I'm Tom Foins and I'm your host for one night only, with Jack electing to step the other side of the microphone and test his knowledge of all things Tottenham in 2023 and beyond. Joining his team tonight is Phil from the Thursday Spursday pods. Boys, feeling confident on home turf?
No, not the slightest. I assume that we are just not going to win because Jack and I can't win, right?
You know, people might think there's something dodgy going on, but I think we'll do all right. I've always done all right on these sort of quizzes before, Tom. You know that. Like, I haven't had any whiskey this time. Well, not that much anyway.
Yeah, your appearance on the 2018 version of this will go down in infamy. So I actually had to edit that, and I think 80% of it just went straight on the cutting room floor. Our next team is Ricky from the Fighting Cock and Ben Haines. Hello, gents. Same question. Feeling confident?
I feel like I've been assigned an absolute dream partner here. I'm buzzing.
All I can say is that we may not win, but we have definitely won the most handsome team, with Ben doing 90% of the very hard lifting on my front. So that's the real quiz.
Give us the medal now.
Nice chemistry going on already. Okay, so our third and final team to introduce to you is further Spurs royalty in Billie T and Spooky. Hello, gents. Again, same question. How are you feeling? Confident?
Horrifically unconfident. No, I've done 10 minutes of research just before I came on, and that's about it. So I'm fucked.
I've purposely forgotten decades of Tottenham seasons, so this is not going to go down very well.
My research so far just consists of the word Stellini and 3 question marks. That's about it.
Billy, let's not forget, because I certainly haven't. You were literally on Eggheads, weren't you? Once upon a time.
Certainly was,
you are kind of quiz royalty.
Winner as well. Won fucking 22 grand. We're on like Wikipedia as like the most highest win ever or something.
That's quality.
That's it.
But none of those questions are about Tottenham, so it's not really put me in great stead for today.
We've got a few rounds for you, but regular listeners of this quiz will know that we have a background round as well. So this is just a round for you guys to work on while the other rounds are going on, when you've got a break or when other people are answering their questions, something like that. Generally what I do is I ask you for a number of answers. So I'll give you the question in a second. You need to write down those answers and then give them to me at the end. They're all worth points, and obviously it could make all the difference at the end of this quiz when we get all of your answers in. So the question is, of the 34 players that have scored 100 or more Premier League goals, which of them have at one point in their career played for Spurs? So the criteria is they must have played a Premier League minute for us, and it's only counting Premier League goals. So there's a bonus 2 points for each correct answer that you give me. If you get all of the names, you get a bonus 10 points. But if you give me an incorrect name, your team will lose 1 point. I'm not going to tell you how many names we're after. So if you want that big 10 points, you might have to gamble on a name that you're not quite sure of. So just to repeat the question, of the 34 players that have scored 100 or more Premier League goals, who of them at one point in their career have played for Spurs? Everyone got that? Everyone happy?
It's 100 Premier League goals, right?
100 or more Premier League goals, yeah. And there's 34 players overall, and you have to give me the names of those who at some point played for Spurs. If you get all of the names on the list, it's a big 10 points, 2 points per correct answer. So if you're not sure about a name and you don't feel like you need to gamble, don't put it, basically. But yeah, you lose a point if you give me a name that isn't on that list. If everyone's happy with that, and I get right to the end of the quiz and then I ask you for your answers, then, like I say, it can make all the difference. But if everyone's happy, I will move on to round one. Okay, so round one is ITK 2023. So this is just general knowledge on Spurs 2023. 1 question per month of the year, 1 point per correct answer. I will go through all of the questions first, and then we'll get the answers at the end. So I understand you've got chat between you and you're able to confer on these, so please use that, and then right at the end I will go through each of your teams and get the answers that you've got written down. So question 1. In January, Tottenham's managing director of football, Fabio Paratici, was handed a ban from carrying out activities in the Italian Football Federation. That sanction was later extended to worldwide. How long was the ban for? You can't see me, but I'm doing air quotes around the word ban.
Rick and I have literally just started confirming, and we could not be
hell.
further apart in terms of our answers.
Ben,
All right.
we'll go with you because
No,
you are Mr. Tottenham. So
That's going to lead us down a dark path if that's what we do
good.
every time.
I like the dark paths.
Hopefully this one's a little bit more straightforward. So question 2. Harry Kane broke the all-time Tottenham goals record in February, overtaking Jimmy Greaves by scoring in a 1-0 win against Man City. What number goal was that for Harry Kane?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, yeah.
Question 3. Antonio Conte's reign came to an end in March after a string of awful performances, including the 2-legged defeat to AC Milan in the Champions League. Across both games in that tie, how many shots on target did Spurs manage?
Both legs, do you say?
Yeah, across both games in the tie. And it's shots on target.
Does this quiz come with a PTSD trigger warning? Or...
Yeah, honestly, the first 5 months of this are pretty grim. Question 4. In that vein, Spurs went to Newcastle in April and got absolutely obliterated. In which minute did Newcastle score the 5th of their 6 goals on that day? How long ago does that feel as well? Honestly, for it to be, 7, 8 months? Ridiculous.
I've forgotten all about it, mate. Put it out of my mind.
Well, you're welcome then. Question 5. Spurs played Leeds on the final day of the season in May. Who assisted Harry Kane's second goal of the game and his last ever competitive Tottenham goal?
So the question's getting easier.
Well, they get more recent, so hopefully. Question 6, so halfway through the year now. Ange Postecoglou was appointed as Tottenham manager in June. How many days were there between him securing the treble for Celtic and being announced as Spurs manager? Question 7, in July, Spurs played their second pre-season friendly against Singapore Premier League team, who actually ended up scoring first. What was the name of that team? Question 8. On the 8th of August, Spurs signed and announced Mickey van der Ven. Which other new signing did they announce on that day? This is always the toughest round, I have to say.
I'm sat here like a fraud, mate. I'm sat here like a fraud. I know nothing about Tottenham.
Question 9. This one's not really about Spurs, but Spurs beat Liverpool in September in a game which was marred in huge VAR controversy. The PGMOL released a statement immediately after the game, which was read out on Sky Sports. During Kelly Cates' reading, how many times did Gary Neville say, "Oh no"? Oh no. So how many times did Gary Neville say, "Oh no," during the during Kelly Cates' reading of the PGMOL statement after the Liverpool game? 3 questions left, so question 10. Spurs played and won all 3 games in the Premier League in October. Who was the only player to score against them in that run?
Oof.
Oh, fucking hell.
Who remembers October when all of our squad was fit?
No.
That was nice, wasn't it? Nice for about 10 minutes.
All I remember is the disco parties after every game. Just ask us a question about that.
All right, question 11. After the 4-1 loss to Chelsea in November, how did Postecoglou describe himself when answering a question on VAR? Something that he says he doesn't want in football. So how does he describe himself when referring to how VAR has been used in the Premier League? Okay, last question and most recent game. Son scored at both ends against Man City in December. How many minutes separated his opener and the equaliser for Man City? Okay, does anyone want any questions repeated before we go through the answers?
How about all of them?
Right, I'm going to go round each team, and I'll take it in turns with the teams to give me their answer first. So if everyone's ready, I'm going to go through the answers now. So question 1, Jack and Phil, what did you get for how long was Paritici's ban from world football?
We said 2 years, maybe.
Ricky and Ben?
We're going with you, Ben. We're going with your answer.
18 months, I think we'll go with.
And Billy and Spooky?
We had
speciality,
go on, Billy. Go on,
criminal
Billy.
law of the Italian variety. 30 months.
Okay, I can give you the answer. It was 30 months. So Billy and Spooky get a point. Nothing for Ricky and Ben, nothing for Jack and Phil. Question 2. What number goal was it for Harry Kane when he scored in the 1-0 win over Man City? Ricky and Ben, you first.
267.
267. Billy and Spooky.
Oh, do you know what? I think that's right. By the time I knew it was close to that, but
Yeah,
I put 207, not
that.
267. Yeah,
Yeah, we
that's
botched
right.
that.
207. Jack and Phil.
Go on, Phil.
257.
257. I can tell you it was 267. So point to Ricky and Ben.
Yeah.
Question 3. Antonio Conte's reign came to an end in March after the two-legged defeat to AC Milan. Across both games in the tie, how many shots on target did Spurs manage? Billy and Spooky first.
Complete guess. We said 6.
6. Jack and Phil.
We thought 2.
2.
Ricky and Ben.
I think it's 3.
Yeah, we're going with 3.
Okay, no points. It was 5.
Oh.
Which is just pathetic, isn't it? Just so shit.
So
Spurs went to
close.
Newcastle in April and got obliterated. In which minute did Newcastle score the 5th of their 6 goals on the day? Jack and Phil, back to you.
17th.
17th. Ricky and Ben.
What did we go for?
25 minutes. 25.
25. Billy and Spooky.
We went for 34.
Can I
34.
say we actually went with 20th? We said 17th initially, and then Phil said I think it's 20th, so we went with 20th.
Okay. I'll give you that, but none of you are correct. Anyway, it's the 21st, but I might give Jack and Phil a point just for being closest without.
Yeah, they changed
Hold
their
on a
answers.
minute. Hold on a minute.
Come on, we actually had 22 written down.
We were close with the AC Milan shots on target 6, and it was 5. So we're like half.
I'll tell you what, yeah, that's fair. I'll give you a point for 6 with the shots on target because that was 1 away and
Back in
20
the
was
game.
1 away as well. So, all right,
See,
fair enough.
this is how VAR gets so fucked
This
up,
is
isn't it? Because you
mental.
make a
Yeah,
rule
the
change suddenly,
integrity.
and then
It
it's
stinks.
everyone wants it.
Stinks.
Well, we all thought
Integrity is just
quizmasters were not going to be
dissolved.
subjective, but
I'll release a statement and Gary Neville can just say, oh no, over and over
no.
again. Oh no. Where are we up to? May. So Spurs played Leeds on the final day of the season. Who assisted Kane's second goal and his last competitive goal? Ricky and Ben, you first.
we go for Pedro Porro.
Billy and Spooky.
We also said Pedro Porro.
Jack and Phil.
We said Lucas Moura.
Mora. It was Pedro Porro. It was Pedro Porro, so points for Ricky, Ben, Billy and Spooky.
Yes.
And Postecoglou was appointed as Tottenham manager in June. How many days were there between him securing the treble for Celtic and being announced as Spurs manager? Billy and Spooky, you first.
This is an absolute guess, right, Billy? Because we were just like,
No clue. I know it was
I'm
pretty
sure.
close, but yeah, I remember watching the final.
we reckon 9 days.
9 days. Jack and Phil.
37.
Ricky and Ben.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. No one's close enough for a point. It was 4 days.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
9 days is close enough.
VAR. VAR.
No,
I'm
fair
still
enough.
reading from
Lines
Billy
out
saying
now,
that he
aren't we?
watched the final. Why?
Because I thought he was going to join at the time. I was analysing his every body language at the end of it. That's how tired my life is, man. That's how pathetic my life is.
Fair enough. Question 7. Who was the Singapore Premier League team who we beat in a pre-season friendly? Jack and Phil, you go first.
Line City Sailors.
Yeah. Ricky and Ben.
In the spirit of near enough, can we have something for something sailors?
No, that's stretching VAR too far, I think. Billy and Spooky.
Lion City Sailors as well.
Yeah, no, it was Lion City Sailors, so points for two of you there. On the 8th of August, Spurs signed Mickey van der Ven and which other new face? Ricky and Ben, you first.
What do you reckon, Rick?
Gonna go over Vicario.
Billy and Spooky.
This one came up in my research, actually. I think Veliz.
And Jack and Phil.
Fuck, I've just...
We said Man or Solomon.
Points to Billy and Spooky. It was Veliz.
I've just knocked over
Fucking
like
hell.
my rum all over my desk. Lads, give us a
Okay, Spurs beat Liverpool in September. VAR, yada, yada, yada. How many times did Gary Neville say, oh no? Billy and Spooky, you first.
Complete guess at 4.
Jack and Phil.
I said 3.
And Ricky and Ben.
I think we went 5 on this, Ricky.
Yeah, 5. We went
5.
big.
Answer is 3. Point to Jack and Phil.
Have it.
Spurs played and won 3 games in October. Who was the only player to score against them in that run? Jack and Phil.
Ooh, Jordan, are you?
Ricky and Ben.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jordan
well
Ayew
then-
as well.
Yeah, are you?
Billy and Spooky.
Yeah, same again, mate.
Yeah, points all around. After the 4-1 loss to Chelsea in November, how did Postecoglou describe himself when answering a question on VAR? Ricky and Ben.
We've got nothing here.
No.
He described himself as nothing. Billy and Spooky.
We went, I can't remember it, but old school.
Jack and Phil.
Proper football man.
Let's put PFM. Billy and Spooky are right. It was it was old school. I was about to say proper football.
Let's go.
It was old school. Okay, last question. Son scored at both ends against Man City in December. How many minutes separated his opener and the equaliser? Billy and Spooky.
I think we said 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes we said.
Jack and Phil.
3 minutes.
And Ricky and Ben.
Yeah,
I think we went 3 minutes
3
as
minutes.
well.
Yeah.
Okay, it was 3 minutes. So
Get in!
I'll do
Yes.
Ben. Nice one.
Take that,
Oh no, actually it's 3. We said 3.
Right, so Jack and Phil, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 5 in that first round. Ricky and Ben, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Billy and Spooky, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ooh,
So
Ooh.
Clean shirt.
points going into round 2. So round 2 is lineups. This is a little bit more quick fire.
I don't
I'm
even
going to
like
give
Tottenham.
you. None of us do, mate. None of us do. I'll give you a famous game in our recent history. Your job is to name me the players who started the game and who came on as a sub for both teams. If you give me an incorrect name, you lose a life and you skip your turn. So I'm going to be asking you in turn in your teams individually. If you give me one more incorrect name, or the remaining team member gives me an incorrect name, your team is frozen out. You can't win any more points in the round. 1 point per correct name. The game is from April 2018. Chelsea 1, Spurs 3. Our first win at Stamford Bridge in 28 years. Notable, of course, for our managers, or both managers going on to manage the opposing team later in their careers with mixed results, let's say. So, 3 teams. There's 28 names to get overall, 14 for both sides. To make sure there's an even amount of points available, I'm going to give you that first name, which is Dele Alli. He scored a brace on the day, of course. So 27 names. Team with the lowest amount of points goes first, which is Ricky and Ben. And I'll go to Ben first for the first name from this game.
Let's go Christian Eriksen.
Christian Eriksen is correct, and you get a point for that. Billy, I'll go with you first. No, sorry, it's Jack and Phil in the next one. So Jack, I'll go with you.
Hugo Lloris.
Correct. Billy, you sir.
I don't know how niche to go early doors. I'm going to go Eric Dyer because I think he put the ball over for Eric Dyer.
He did, yeah, good one. Eric Dyer is a point. So back to you. So it's Ricky, your turn.
Kane.
Kane came on as a sub, yet he was for some reason rushed back off the bench for this game, and that is a point. Phil.
Mendy in goal.
Incorrect. So, Phil, you've lost one life. Jack, you're the only remaining member of that team. If you give me a wrong name at any point from now on, your team is frozen out and no more points. So, next up, we go back round to Ben.
Toby Adebayo.
No, he was injured for that game. So, Ben, you're out as well. So, Spooky.
Morata
is on there. Yeah, he scored the first goal on the day. So, point for you guys. Back round to Jack.
Sonny.
Yeah, Son's in there. So, Ricky, you're the only remaining team member in this. So, Ricky.
Brilliant. That's what all balls on me. Lamella.
Yeah, Lamella started.
Ooh.
Spooky, is it you now or Billy? Sorry, I've lost track.
it's Billie, I think.
Fuck, the one that I had written down, just gone. I'm going to have to guess and go for Trippier.
Yeah, Trippier is correct. So back round to you, Jack.
Jan Vertonghen.
Yeah, Jan's there. Good answer. Back to you, Ricky.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Christ.
Don't think he was
Davies?
Was that Davies?
Yeah, Ben Davies.
Yeah, Ben Davies is correct. Back round to you, Spooky.
Hazard.
Yep, Hazard started for Chelsea.
What?
Jack, back round to you.
Moussa Dembele.
Yep, Moussa Dembele is correct. Ricky.
Oh, God. I swear. Was Victor Moses playing? Or am I...
Yeah, Victor Moses is correct.
Oh, fucking hell, Matt. Right, I don't know what I'm going to do here now.
Billy.
I'm completely out here. I'm going to have to guess a Chelsea player. And go for Marcus Alonso.
Yeah, Alonso is in there.
We won't
Just
say
on
anything
Alonso.
else.
So there was loads of different games that I could have chosen from. And I don't think there was a single one where there wasn't someone massively problematic in the opposition. I won't name the others, but like there was a lot of Arsenal games that I had to go through that was like, no, can't really go through that because I don't really want to mention their name. It's fucking shocking, honestly. Anyway, sorry. We are back with Ricky.
Brilliant. This is good. I'm trying to think, man. I can't remember. I'm trying to play over that luscious clip of the ball being clipped over by Dyer and Dele controlling it and then banging it in and grazing, kissing the post and going in, and the Chelsea keeper that dived across for it. Something is telling me it wasn't their number one on that day, or was it their number one? I don't know. It was like maybe one of their backup keepers. Fucking hell, what's his name? What is his name? Can I say a first name if it's synonymous, like Willie? Willie Caballero.
Yeah, that's it. Willie
You're a
Caballero.
bastard.
Yes.
Absolutely bang on.
I'm proper tapping out now. That's it.
Like, Jack.
We've done all the Spurs.
There's one starter for Spurs left and 2 subs, and there's 6 starts for Chelsea, 3 subs.
Oh my god.
2018. Conte.
Yep, Conte is correct. So we are back with Billy or Spooky. Sorry, I can't remember which.
Spooky. This is such a fucking risk. This is such a risk.
I reckon go with the one that you said a minute ago. Who must be playing centre back?
Yeah, Sanchez.
Sanchez is correct. Yep.
Nice
That's
shout.
the
I wouldn't have
whole-
even thought of it.
That is the starting lineup for Spurs.
Come on.
Done. So we're back with you, Ricky.
Did you say managers are included?
No, just the point that both managers on the day went on to manage the other team.
Right. Okay. Fucking hell, man. I am proper just. I'm well out of this, man. Well out of it. I'm just gonna have to have a little stab and say like, Moussa Dembele.
Dembele's already been got.
Fuck's sake. I am right. So we said Lamella, said Dyer, said. Did Llorente come on as a sub or anything?
No, Llorente. I don't even think he was
Fuck.
bench actually. So unlucky.
Right,
That
I'm
Ricky
out.
and Ben out completely.
Like
Um,
carried me there.
So it's Jack from Jack and Phil and Billy and Spooky left. So Jack, you're next.
We've got 2 Tottenham subs left.
2 Spurs subs. Yeah.
Musa Sissoko.
Correct.
Oh.
What a shout that is.
He got played
Lovely,
a lot at that
lovely.
period, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
Billy.
I think I might know the other Tottenham sub, but I'm not going to gamble it. I'm going to try and get some Chelsea ones. Go for David Luiz.
No David Luiz. So Billy, you're out. So it's Jack versus Spooky.
Oh,
Jack,
fucking
you're
hell.
next.
oh fucking hell. Aspilicueta.
Yeah, correct.
Oh.
Great shout. Billy.
Spooky.
Spooky, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, Spooky, sorry.
Oh fuck! It's really difficult trying to think about Chelsea footballers.
There's some proper
Willie-
stinky ones as well.
Yeah, exactly. William.
William, yeah, correct. Great shout.
Fucking hell.
Jack.
Stinky Chelsea. There's a stinky Chelsea team as well, isn't it? Fabregas.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh
that was the stinkiest one, I think. Yeah, correct. Spooky, back to you. So we've got 1 Spurs sub left, and there are 2 Chelsea starters and all 3 subs still to get.
I'm pretty certain. I'm pretty sure I know who the Spurs sub is because I can see it. I can see it in my head. But I'm guessing Jack doesn't know. So I'm gonna take a fucking risk here. The only other defender I can think of, Chelsea-wise, is Rudiger.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Jack,
I've only got one left.
Giroud.
Yeah, Giroud. He was the first sub for Chelsea.
Oh, fucking hell. Motherfucker. Should I be swearing on this pod, by the way? Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. We're all double idea.
Damn, do I play my Joker? Or whatever. Wanyama. Fuck it.
Correct.
Oh, no, come off it.
Correct. So, yeah, that's all of Spurs done. Jack, you've got 1 Chelsea starter and 2 subs. These are tough. Like, these would be the lowest percentage ones, I think.
I really don't know. Danny Drinkwater.
No, incorrect. Good shout, though. I think he was on the bench. Good shout. But no, so that's everyone out. Spooky, you're last man standing, so you do get the chance to run home if you want and get the last remaining points here.
I genuinely, I can only think of one other player, and that's it. I cannot think of any more beyond that.
Go for it. See what we got.
Emerson.
Fucking hell. Yeah, correct. Unbelievable. What a shout that is. Emerson,
I don't even know who that is.
So there are 2 more. If they're up for grabs, these points, the last 2 people.
I've got no idea, mate.
Throw a name, just any name.
The limbs going off in our group chat at the moment between me and Spooky. Writing the word unreal in capital letters.
I'm covered in rum and fucking, I don't actually care.
Well played. They got tense towards the end. But so Ricky and Ben, you got 6 points there. Jack and Phil, you got 9. Billy and Spooky, you got 10 between you. So well done. And Spooky, well played there. That was ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
Unreal quizzing.
That was intense, man. I've
Yeah,
got
Spooky,
chubby.
it was almost like you're reading it from a little tab on your browser.
Browser of the mind, my friend. Browser of the mind.
Ricky, we're meant to be mates, right? Why are you going for it?
Round 3 is mental maths. I'm going to ask you a question, and the answer to that question will be a number. Both team members on each team will give me their individual answer, and then I'm going to take an average, and that will be your final answer. Whichever team is closest to the correct number wins 3 points. Second closest gets 1 point, and the team that is furthest away gets 0 points. So please don't confer on this one. I mean, if you do, don't really care. But like, the point is, you both give me an individual answer, and then I take an average and see how close you got to the actual answer. So, if everyone's ready, I'm going to go with the team who got the most amount of points in the last round, which was Billy and Spooky. You can give me your first numbers first. So, question 1: how many goals have Tottenham scored in the Premier League since its inception in 1992?
Oh fuck! I haven't got a clue. If I had to guess, if you think your guess is better than mine, Billy, go.
I am.
Go with yours, and then I'll lead off that.
I do not have a single clue, honestly, mate. I don't even know where to begin.
Like, okay, let me just fuck it. I mean, this could be completely wrong, but I'm just gonna say 1,200. I mean, I don't know. I should have really done the basic. How many goals do we score per season, and then. Yeah, I should have done maths basically, but
I
don't expect any points in this round.
I'm gonna go 1,305.
1,305. So your average is 1,252.5 goals. That's a good start. So Jack and Phil, you were next up. So what are your guesses?
Do you want to go first, Phil?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 1,050.
1,050, Jack?
1,200.
1,200. So your average is 1,125. These are all pretty close. Ricky and Ben, who of you wants to go first?
I'm going to go 1,425.
425, highest so far. Ricky?
1,150.
1,115.
Oh, see what you've done there, Rick. Get a nice little average there, somewhere in the middle. See you, mate. I see you.
Your average is 1,287. So, just to recap, Jack and Phil, your average is 1,125. Ricky and Ben, 1,287. Billy and Spooky, 1,252. All pretty close together. The actual answer is 1,854.
What?
Bloody
Getting there,
hell.
Spurs.
Free scoring.
So,
do you mean Tottenham Hotspur? Tottenham Hotspur scored that many goals in the Premier League.
I had to double
Don't
check.
know that, mate. I'm gonna check.
So, none of you were particularly close, but 3 points goes to Ricky and Ben.
Oh, get in.
Yes.
1 point goes to Billy and Spooky, and then, sorry lads, 0 points for Jack and Phil.
That's a shame.
We'll roll on to
care,
question 2. So, in the same vein, how many goals have Tottenham conceded in the Premier League since its inception in 1992? So I'll go in reverse order again from the last question. So Jack and Phil.
You go first, Jack.
I'm going to say, just a round number, 1,600.
Phil?
I'm going to say 1,900.
1,900. You think we've conceded more?
No, we were doing average, right? So I'm trying to...
That's fair enough. Sorry, I'll butt out. So your average is 1,750. Billy and Spooky.
Are we allowed to say the same as someone else?
Yeah, our number has been said already.
Yeah, if you want.
I also think 1,600.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Spooky?
Yeah, I mean, that was my number as well. So if I say...
Yeah, that's right.
1,650, fuck it. I don't know what I'm doing.
I can't believe I've just put that into a calculator. There was no need to do that. Your average is 1,625, obviously. Ricky and Ben.
I'm going to go with 1,650.
Ooh.
And I'll go 1,550.
1,550. Your average is 1,600. You're all much, much closer on this round. So the actual answer to this, how many goals have Spurs conceded in Premier League since 92? 1,529. So Ricky and Ben, you've got 3 points again. It's the same.
Oh, kiss my face.
Come on.
1 point for Billy and Spooky again, 0 for Jack and Phil, I'm afraid.
Quick maths.
Question 3. Spurs hold the record for the highest attendance figure of any Premier League game, again since 1992. What was the attendance for that game? We'll go with... we'll go highest from last round first. We'll go Ricky and Ben. You can go first on this.
You go first, Rick?
78,000.
Ben?
I'm going to go 8750.
So your average is 82,525. Let's go for Billy and Spooky next.
I'm going to go for
Come on, Bill.
88,900 at Wembley.
88,900 was that?
Yep.
Spooky?
Yeah, let's just go 88. Not the same. Fuck it. I'm going to take a risk.
Exactly 88,900.
Yeah,
So that is your average, 88.9. Jack and Phil.
Go on, Phil.
I'm going to say 87,000, obviously.
Just 87.
So I'll bring it. I'll say 82.
Your average is 84,500. The actual answer, again, you're pretty close. 85,512. So 3 points, Jack and Phil. The next point is actually Ricky and Ben.
Get it.
0 for
Hello. Well played, Rick. Love that.
Yeah.
Very smart play from you, mate. Bit of gamesmanship.
You two are Richarlison in it at the Forest at the City Ground, aren't you, at the moment?
Do you keep your uffies?
All right, fourth and final question on this round. How many own goals have Spurs scored in Premier League history?
Oh,
wow. What the hell?
That's a good one.
Let's go with Billy and Spooky first. So what are your answers?
So we're going to go with 40. 40.
Is that your answer, Spooky?
Yeah, I'm going to say 40 as well.
All right, Ricky and Ben.
We are going to say 38.
Oh, shut up, Ricky, mate.
And I'll go 39.
Oh, come on.
We're going to get a wreck, aren't we?
All right, you got 38.5 then. Jack and Phil.
42.
Jack.
48.
Okay, so Jack and Phil, your average is 45. Ricky and Ben, yours is 38.5. Billy and Spooky is 40. The actual answer was 45.
That was,
bang on.
oh, God, we had that in the group.
That is our first absolute bullseye, and maybe only absolute bullseye on this. So 3 points, Jack and Phil. 1 point.
I do
Billy.
have the physique of a darts player, so it would sound
Ricky and Ben, 0 points on that. So after that round, Billy and Spooky, you got 3 points there overall. Ricky and Ben, you got 3, 6, 7 points on that round. Jack and Phil, you got 6 points on that round. So all still to play for. At this stage, let me remind you about the background round. So if you're still working on that list of players of who amongst the 100 club in the Premier League have at some point played for Spurs. We're getting closer and closer to that being revealed, and it's pretty close on the scores so far, so that could make all the difference at the end of this. Round 4 is goal scorers. Really straightforward. I'm going to give you the name of a Spurs Premier League goal scorer and the amount of Premier League goals that they scored for us. And then I'll give you another name, and you just have to tell me if they scored more or less goals than the previous name. You're allowed to confer on this one and try and work this out, work it out between you. If you get one wrong, you are frozen out of the round completely, so you don't lose a life like with the lineups round. Your team is just frozen out completely. So be careful with the answer that you give, and think carefully when I give you that name. 1 point per correct answer. We'll stop when there's one team left standing, and we will start with the name and the amount of goals. So I've gone with Ledley King, who scored 10 Premier League goals for Spurs. And I'm going to pick, let's go with Billy and Spooky as the lowest scorers on that round. So Ledley King, 10 Premier League goals. Did Clint Dempsey score more or less Premier League goals than Ledley King?
Damn. You think you're clever with these questions, don't you? You think you're good. Because it's a proper 50-50 guess here, because Dempsey scored a few for us, but did he score more than Ledley?
that one in the snow.
That's the only one I can actually recall, to be fair.
Remember he scored against Man United?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Billy, hold on.
I reckon less, but I don't know. It's going to be close.
It's going to be close, but I'm thinking psychologically, is this one of those little trick questions? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he wants us to think it's more, because it's obvious to be more. He wasn't with us for that long. Yeah, fuck it. Let's take a risk, see what happens, and go with that.
You saying less? So
We
Clint
are-
Dempsey scored 7 Premier League goals. A point there for Billy and Spooky.
Bastards.
So 7 Premier League goals. Next up is let's go Jack and Phil. Luka Modric. Did he score more or less than Clint Dempsey in the Premier League?
Yeah, go with that, Jack.
Yeah, more.
More, correct. Scored 13 in the Premier League.
Not that. Not
Ricky
that more. I thought
and
it'd be
Ben.
more.
Roberto Soldado. More or less than 13?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go less.
Less, correct. He got 7.
Oh, Bobby.
Damn. It's pathetic.
Pathetic.
That is
It's
pathetic.
even worse than I thought it was.
I
Do you
actually,
remember
I
it?
actually thought he was going to be the answer. I thought he was the answer that we were looking for. When we signed him, I was like, oh my god, that he's like tearing up La Liga with, was it Valencia?
7 Premier League goals. That's fucking.
That's
What about 5
terrible.
penalties as
I
well?
think we're neglecting how
Yeah.
good his link-up play was. All right.
Do you remember
The
his?
ball work was really good.
How many
remember his
fucking
face?
cried against Southampton as well? How good he scored. Like, crying.
I was thinking about the
That-
Villa
yeah, that
one
wasn't there.
where he went and like sat down after it, like he was having a funny turn because he'd scored a goal.
Well, what about? Have you seen the video doing around lately of
Yeah, I
Ryan
know.
Mason scoring that screamer against Nottingham Forest, and then Soldado goes to whack the ball into the net as celebration and hits the post.
Yeah, I saw that.
Point blank range.
Let's soldier on with the quiz now, lads.
Lovely. Good bit of work.
Good one.
Good bit of work. He's back with you, Billy and
Apologise.
Spooky. So, more or less than 7, Danny Rose.
Damn.
It's got to be close.
That's what I think, but that genuinely, I agree with you, Billy. I think it is close, but
Yeah, I go with what you think as well. I think it's going to be right to the wire.
yeah. Okay, we're gonna say less.
Incorrect. Danny Rose got 8. 8 Premier League goals.
Bang out of order. I should have. The psychology would have suggested that it was more. I'll take that, Billy, mate. I've been done
I
there.
would have said less as well. I knew it was-
Quizmaster stitched us up.
Well, depending on how everyone feels, how does everyone feel about reinstating the 1 life lost rule? So they're not allowed to get 1 more wrong.
Nah, bin 'em.
Ah, kill him. They're dead.
Cutthroat, mate. Cutthroat.
Look at this. The fun guys. The
Christmas is
cutthroat.
gone. Christmas is over, buddy.
All
They're
right.
not here for the banter. They're here for murder. Okay.
All right. The casting vote is no. Fair enough. So Billy and
Taking
Spooky,
receipts.
you're out. So next
Wow.
up, Jack and Phil, we're back round with you. So we're going to stick with Danny Rose. He got 8 Premier League goals. Your player is Tim Sherwood.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Go on, go that, Phil. Go on.
less.
Incorrect. Got 12.
Oh wow.
The Gilade Maestro.
Ricky and Ben. So you've got a chance here to properly mop up some points because, if you go on a run, you can get all the points remaining. Tim Sherwood scored 12 Premier League goals. Lucas Moura.
Ooh, yeah, let's go. Oh, very nice. More goals for them.
Oh.
Yes,
The banter.
correct. It was
Yes.
Moura. It was Moura. All right. Next name, Aaron Lennon. More or less than 20 Premier League goals.
Oh, let's go less.
Incorrect. 26. He got.
Oh no!
I don't remember him ever having a season where he was like more than say 3 or 4.
He had what 12 seasons with us.
Was it
think there was one year in sort of 2010, 2011 where he did score quite a few under Redknapp. So I think there was like a condensed
Bale in
period.
the team, innit? Those two linked up quite well.
Killer.
All right, well, no one really took advantage of that there. So Billy and Spooky, you ended that round with 1 point. Jack and Phil, you also ended that round with 1 point. And Ricky and Ben, you ended with 2 points. I'm not fucking bothered.
Spursy.
My last time was your next name going to be Gylfi Sigurdsson?
That's for other podcasts. They can delve into the history of Gylfi Sigurdsson, football history. We've hit our final round, so we're going back to questions around 2023. Very straightforward question and answer. You'll write down your answers, and at the end we'll go through them. So you're allowed to confer, use your chats, etc., etc. This round is called Headlines. I'm going to read you 6 headlines from a Spurs-related news story from 2023, but with one keyword or phrase missing. You have to give me what that missing word or phrase is. It's as close to it as possible. If you don't get it bang on, if there's the essence of it is right, then you'll get a point in this. So don't say your answer now. Write it down. We'll go through them at the end. So question 1 in headlines: Antonio Conte returns to Spurs after surgery, but is told to what?
Smile. That was banter.
Yeah, the answer is not grow the fuck up. Question 2. Tottenham sign 15-year deal with what for in-stadium what? So it's a 2-part question that. There'll be half a point for each part. Tottenham sign 15-year deal with what for in-stadium what? Number 3. Antonio Conte turns on Tottenham fans for lacking what?
Podcasts.
Number 4. I love the what, says Kulusevski as he backs fearless Tottenham for the top. Number 5. Who, as in blank, denies leading Tottenham mutiny against Antonio Conte? So who denies leading Tottenham mutiny against Antonio Conte? And last question of the round and the quiz is: Tim Sherwood won't be the first to have had to what, says Pedro Porro. And all of these happened in 2023.
Oh man, what? Okay. Fuck's sake.
You're right there, Rick. Need any help?
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
Is everyone ready? I can go through these. I can't be bothered to work out who's. I'll just go in order of who I introduced. So if everyone's ready, I'll start with Jack and Phil to go first on question 1.
Sure.
So question 1: Antonio Conte returns to Spurs after surgery, but is told to what?
Rest.
Ricky and Ben,
We had rest as well.
and Billy and Spooky.
Take it easy.
We had. Go on, yeah.
Take
Sorry,
it easy.
I spoke over you twice there. I'll shut up. Go ahead.
I wasn't
Billy.
telling you to take it easy, just so far.
So, yeah, take it easy is word for word the exact answer. So I'm going to give Billy and Spooky the point. Question 2. So Tottenham signed 15-year deal with who for in-stadium what? Ricky and Ben, what you got?
Was it Formula 1 for the in-stadium go-karting track?
Billy and Spooky?
Yeah, literally, almost word for word, Formula 1 in stadium go-kart.
And Jack and Phil?
Formula 1 in stadium karting experience.
Yeah, not word for word anyone, but yeah, you're all right. Yeah, all F1 for in-stadium track.
You call me a Tory?
Jack's brown nosing for his answers there. Oh, I did it word for word.
Extra credit.
Sorry, Jack.
Pathetic.
Alright, question 3. Antonio Conte turns on Tottenham fans for lacking what? Billy and Spooky.
Between two. What do you reckon, Spook?
Mate, I genuinely don't know because part of me thinks it's the one I gave, but it doesn't make sense. So it could be the other one. It's just that Conte said a lot of weird things, and I just remember the fan base reacting weirdly to it because it was like, what, really? Go with your answer because I think mine is a little bit too doesn't make sense.
Patience.
Jack and Phil,
Yeah, go on, Phil.
Patience.
Ricky and Ben.
Patience.
It was patience.
Yeah, we would say ambition. I think he's slagged the club off for ambition.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were torn between ambition and patience.
This quiz is mainly reminding me how much I hate Antonio Conte, Tom.
Job done then.
Did you see that thing that was doing the rounds this week? His Merry Christmas message from 2 years ago.
I've not seen that.
It's like 5 seconds long. Did a whole video on it. It's just like Merry Christmas to the fans. That's it. It's like a Christmas message from Antonio Conte.
Amazing. Good times. Speaking of Conte, question 5. So, who denied leading a Tottenham mutiny against Antonio Conte? We are back with Ricky and Ben.
Oh, what do you reckon, Rick? I'm really torn on this.
Yeah, do you know what? Something is telling me that you're...
The original one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, should we go with... Let's go with Romero.
Yeah, okay.
Billy and Spooky?
We got Richarlison.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jack and Phil?
Yeah, we said Richarlison as well.
Ben.
It was Richarlison.
Oh, sorry, Rick.
Sorry.
Because I remember Richarlison doing the interview with the Brazilian media afterwards, and he'd done his kind of like, where he'd sort of gone. And what did he say, Phil?
I think didn't he say that Conte embarrassed him like publicly, but he didn't like he didn't hold it against him or something like that, and he didn't.
Yeah,
something like
that was what.
It's like he flogged me in public, but I didn't hold it against him.
He said he liked it or something, didn't he? He said he liked the fact that he was passionate or something. Something along those lines as well.
Very 50 Shades of Conte, that.
Very much. Let's not delve into that.
Yeah, so, I love the what, says Kulusevski as he backs fearless Tottenham for the top. Let's go Billy and Spooky first on that one.
So we opted for... Let me just make sure. We opted for that, right?
Yeah, one of us.
Suffering.
Jack and Phil?
Love the challenge.
Ricky and Ben?
I think they're right. That's really annoying. Yeah, because we went attacking football, but I think it is suffering, you know.
No, you're all wrong, and you would have been closer with attacking football. It's just game plan.
What?
Nah, I'm not having this.
All right, last question. Tim Sherwood won't be the first to have had to what, says Pedro Porro. Let's go Jack and Phil first.
Eat his words.
Ricky and Ben?
Yeah, we had to eat his words as well.
And Billy and Spooky?
Shut his mouth. I remember it.
The official headline was "Shut His Mouth," but "Eat His Words" was in the article.
Yeah,
so I'll give half a point for "Eat His Words" because that was a direct quote from Porro. But "Shut His Mouth" was the exact quote in the headline.
Double points.
Points to Billy and Spooky. So 1, 2, 3, 3.5. Ricky and Ben 1, 2, 2.5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fucking hell. 5 out of 6, Billy and Spooky.
Dream team.
So this is how we'll do it. Again, I'll just go team by team. And if you give me the names, I'll tick them off as we go. And then, I'll reveal at the end. So, Jack and Phil.
So, we've got Teddy Sheringham, Harry Kane, Dimitar Berbatov, Son Heung-min, Robbie Keane, Jermaine Defoe, Darren Bent, Stefan Everson, Frederick Canute.
Cool. Ricky and Ben.
So we had Berbatov, Sheringham, Defoe, Adebayor, Keane, Kane, Son, Les Ferdinand, Crouch, and Bent.
Thank you.
I can hear scribbling there. Is that you, Speaky, jotting down our?
No, yeah,
It's me ticking them off.
I think we fucked it though. I think me and Bill fucked it.
Right, Billy and Spooky, your list.
Oh, it's annoying hearing those answers. I think we've missed a couple.
Yeah, so annoying, man. We fucked
With
it.
our original, though, we'll go for Ferdinand, Son, Kane, Defoe, Robbie Keane, Teddy Sheringham.
Cool. Right. Okay. So
I think Ben's 100.
I can tell you that the list was 8 names.
Oh,
One of you got all 8, but gave me 2 incorrect names. So nobody's getting the full 10 points. But, and I'm going to have to do the maths on this, the team that got the most amount of points on that was in last place going into this background round. So the official list was Harry Kane, Jermaine Defoe, Robbie Keane, Teddy Sheringham, Les Ferdinand, Peter Crouch, Darren Bent, and Son Heung-min.
Oh, mate.
So, but you said Berbatov was in there. No, Berbatov is in the 90s. So is Adebayor. I think they're about 93 and 97 or something like that. Canute nowhere near. Who said Stefan Everson?
Hello.
Jack. It's a one-trick pony.
I think Everson got about 20 goals overall for Spurs and maybe a couple of other Premier League teams. I mean, I admire the spirit, but
I should have probably
Shocker.
guessed, like, the old message board that Ricky and I used to post on when we were about 15 years old. One of our mutual friends on there, his username for years was Get Everson Out. It stayed that way.
It was
forever.
actually. It was, yeah.
right. So actually, Ricky and Ben, I was wrong. Ricky and Ben only got 7 of the 8 there. So you got 2 minus points. So that's 5 overall, and then 6. So because of the names that you gave me and taking points off.
Wait, what was the
Jack-
8 again?
Hang on, yeah.
We got 8 there.
Did you? I didn't.
Yeah.
Hold on. Right. So Kane, Defoe, Keane, Sheringham, Ferdinand, Crouch, Bent, and Son.
Yeah, I got all of them.
Sorry, I must have missed Crouch. I didn't have a tick next to his name. Okay, fair enough. But you did give me 2 incorrect names, so you end up with a slightly lower score. Jack and Phil on that round, you've ended up on 3. You gave me 6 correct names and then 3 incorrect. Ricky and Ben, you
about
got all 8, which means you got the 10 points. But you got 2 incorrect, so that's 6. And then Billy and Spooky, you got 6 without any incorrect names, so you got 6 as well.
Oh,
So,
fucking hell.
Come on.
Adebayor, what a knob.
this is, very, very close. And actually shows why you shouldn't gamble on the background round. Final scores for the Rule the Roost Tottenham Big Fat Tottenham Quiz of 2023, or whatever we decided on calling it. In joint, I'm going to say joint last is on 27.5 points is Jack and Phil
Oh.
and Ricky and Ben. First place,
Great
of course,
all time,
is
mate.
Billy and Spooky on 32 points. And I say
That's
that's
with
all
the
because you
votes.
didn't give me any incorrect names or didn't gamble on that background round in the end. So well done. Congrats.
So how many points did they win by?
4.5 points in the end.
It's a landslide.
It
Yeah,
was tight.
that's brilliant though.
Nice.
That was quality.
That was quite.
Yeah, I'm just thankful that we didn't come last. Well,
You sort of did.
last. Yeah, sort of did. Joined. Like, if we're going down, then someone's coming down with us as well.
Just dragging us
You know,
down to the murky depths,
exactly.
aren't you?
Yeah.
Dragging us down that pissy cliff.
I'd like to dedicate this win to the exonerated Gylfi Sigurdsson.
and all of his supporters. Thank you very much, guys, for joining. That was a lot of fun. Hopefully you enjoyed playing along. If you played along at home, don't tell me anything that I got wrong. Just send it straight on to Jack. It's his podcast after all. So Jack and Phil, Ricky and Ben, Billy and Spooky, thank you very much for joining me. Have a great new year, and Jack will be back with a normal pod in 2024. Cheers, guys.
Thank you, Tom. Cheers, mate.
All right, mate.
Bye bye.